Welcome back to a new post today, and let's continue with the August 14, the most important points that you need to keep track for the UPSC upcoming preliminary examination of 2025. And the very first issue is about Supreme Court has given the center and the states a 2-month deadline to implement the National Commission and Allied Act, Healthcare Professionals Act. So what exactly is this act? The legislative framework aims at regulating and standardizing the education and practices of allied healthcare professionals. The act also establishes the National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professionals, which is responsible for setting up of the policies, maintaining of central register of professionals, and ensuring uniformity in the qualifications and overseeing the professional conduct. So the allied professions are defined in this act. Also, it speaks about the healthcare professionals, the professions which include life sciences professionals, trauma and burn care professionals, surgical and anesthesia related technology professionals, physiotherapists and nutrition science professionals as well. So it establishes a National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professions. It also speaks about the appointment of the persons to these commission. Apart from that, it speaks about a central register that has to be maintained for all the registered professionals of allied healthcare professions. It also speaks about setting up of professional councils now in this category, and state councils as well, state councils and healthcare councils as well. So this was the most important point about the National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professionals. The next most important is about Prime Minister Mudra Yojana. Now this was the Niti Aayog recently published a report about this, and the 2015, the year in which this program was launched. It is called as Micro Units Development and Refinancing Limited Agency. It is implemented by the Department of Financial Services by the Ministry of Finance and provides a loan up to 10 lakh to the non-corporate, non-farm, micro, small enterprises. The three pillars of the scheme are banking the unbanked, securing the unsecured, and also funding the unfunded. Now the loan is divided into three: Shishu loans up to 50,000 rupees, Kishore from 50,000 to 5 lakh, Tarun from 5 lakh to 10 lakh, and loans under the scheme are collateral free loans. So the targeted is the disadvantaged sections of the society, such as women, entrepreneurs, SC and ST borrowers, minority communities, borrowers from the new new entrepreneurs from these communities as well. And loan can be used for income generating activities in the manufacturing, trading, services, and also agriculture sectors. The Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana has been expanded to many activities like fishing, dairy and food processing, loans for tractors, power tillers, two-wheelers, etc. So these are some of the points for the Mudra Yojana. And the next most important is about the latest data with regard to the Jewish communities in Kerala that was being discussed of because of a significant issue that happened recently. So the Kerala has two main Jewish communities. Let me tell you: Malabar Jews who traced their origin to King Solomon, and the Paradesi Jews who migrated from Iberian Peninsula in the 15th and the 16th century. So these are the two types of Jews. Geneva Convention now was celebrated the 75th anniversary of the Geneva Convention of 1947. The Geneva Convention are a set of international treaties that establish legal standards for humanitarian treatment during the war. They form the core of international humanitarian law and aim to limit the suffering of the people. It's very important from your ethics point of view, who are no longer participating in hostilities, such as civilians, wounded soldiers, prisoners of war. And the first Geneva Convention was adopted in 1864 to protect the wounded soldiers on the battlefield. Now the current four Geneva Conventions were adopted in August 1949 to address the horrors of the war and provide comprehensive protection in armed conflicts. So the first Geneva Convention protects wounded and sick soldiers during the war. The second Geneva Convention extends protection to the wounded, sick and shipwrecked military personnel at sea. The third Geneva Convention focuses on treatment of prisoners of war. The fourth Geneva Convention protects the civilians, including those occupied territories, from humane treatment. And the next is about technological doping. So there is a growing concern about technological doping in sports arena especially, and the term gained attention when the Speedos LZR racer swimsuits developed by NASA led to 13 world records in 2008 before being banned. So wearable technology now is used by about 500 people globally, provides athletes the data to improve performance, but it also raises questions whether improvements are due to technology or placebo effect. For instance, new running shoes like like Nike's Vaporflies, which help the Euclid Kipchoge break the 2-hour marathon record, have sparked debates about their fairness. Despite outperforming other shoes, the exact biomechanical reasons for their superiority remains unclear yet. So regulatory bodies around the world have introduced rules to ensure fairness in competitions, such as limiting the stack of the height, requiring that the shoes be available to public before the competition. And there is a need to regular biomechanical testing and expert input to ensure technological advancements as well. This will be very important for the integrity of the sports. And the last most important issue is about the Institute of Nanoscience and Technology in India developing the groundbreaking transparent layer between two insulating materials enabling movements of electrons in two-dimensional plane at room temperature. The advancement in spintronics, a field focused on highlighting the spinning of electrons alongside their charge, would lead to ultra-fast, low-power electronics, including next-generation quantum devices and data storage solutions as well. The team created a two-dimensional electron gas called as 2DEG at the interface of two chemicals which have unique properties like negative magnetoresistance and anomalous Hall effect. So these are about spintronics, and they are important from the point of view of quantum technology and quantum computing as well. So these are some of the topics that I wanted to discuss with you all. The last is the Tungabhadra Dam, which is also called as Pampa Sagar Dam. I already discussed this with you all. So the gates of this were damaged because of the flood, and there was a flood alert in the lower regions of Karnataka. So these are the most important issues that I wanted to discuss with you with regard to August 14. If you did find these helpful, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you tomorrow with the most important points for August 15. Until then, it's very happy learning.